smoking alchemist.
Hip-hop is thought I was gone, but I'm back again to shut a dumb nigga mouth like I'm Jeremy Lin. Realize that
What's up, fuckheads? Tommy C here. Listen, guys, this is a fuckhead call to arms. You know how Real Talk from the Metaphor Messiah supports us right here on Shot from the Point. I'm calling on you to support him. On March 16th of 2018, Kingslayer turned King by Real Talk the Metaphor Messiah. Only $6.93 on Amazon comes out and other platforms that'll be listed in the description box below. Guys, I've got this record already. It's by far his best work, and I would appreciate it if you would go pick it up as well. It comes out on March 16th, only $6.93. I'm Tommy C, and we're all here to support Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah. Pick it up right now. You're hearing one of the best cuts off of it, and there's much, much more. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Europe, this is the most badass YouTube broadcasting. No man, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tommy C. Shot to the point. Point man today is none other than the very special Tobes. Fuck Tobes. Fuck your fucking day's picture. I just left it black. Fuck Tobes. How about that?
Okay, good.
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 Don't you tell me what graphics to use and what graphics not to use.
That's what you are.
What am I? You say that again?
You're a big fucking gaping dickhole, Tommy.
You're welcome. We got a little interesting thing to talk about. I guess you want to talk about Warski. Pull me in. I'll cue you in on this, and then we'll talk about Warski, and then the call of Gay Tulu fucking went at me today. Fucking made an absolute fucking baby jackass of himself. God, bad enough I didn't show. You know, if not showing up to fucking Warski's fucking dog pile made me a pussy, this guy made himself look like the biggest puss bag on the fucking planet Earth on Twitter bag. You muted my microphone, and now it's, well, maybe there was something wrong with my equipment. Like, that's my fucking problem. But we'll get to that in a moment. Jesus Christ, what a bunch of douchebags.
Why is he still bitching about it?
Because he fucking, his own friends told him he was a fucking goof. What a jerk off. Yeah, he kind of fucked up. Another thing is I went back to the tape today, checked it out. He said you and Nick are friends. I thought he was mistakenly referring, and I just figured this out today. I thought he was mistaken, because by the way, I'm making a video on this. I thought he was mistakenly referring to Daniel Repsion. He was talking about the lawyer, Nick Monroe, who I don't even know if I think I only found out about Nick Monroe during the whole fucking situation. After fucking Warski, they assumed that I was taking his side. I'd never even heard of the son of a bitch. No idea who fucking Nick Monroe was. I thought he was either mistakenly talking about Repsion or Repsion's real name isn't Daniel. That's who I thought he was talking about. Gamer G, I just want to say sorry for pissing you off. Do you have to make that public? You've made up for it. Thanks for the money. I forgot about it, for Christ's sake.
The fuck did he do?
I can't. You know what? You know what he did. Because if I were to bring it up, I would get angry right now. So you know exactly what he did. Yes, you did it. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't you fucking dare bring it up. Don't you dare bring it up. It makes me fucking so mad. He did the same fucking thing. Oh my God, I was playing fucking Rocket League, enjoying myself. And then
I almost want to do it.
It's almost, he didn't even do it as a joke. Like, if he did a joke, I probably wouldn't have got mad, but he did it like, I think I can help. Fuck the fuck up! Anyway, let's get into Jake Paul. Jake Paul makes a video calling we're going to stop school shootings or whatever. He's not suggesting about going in like Rambo himself or fucking throwing himself in front of the bullets. No, he's got some ideas. One of the ideas that was criticized by that fat fucking buffalo was, and he didn't phrase it right in fairness to the fat fuck creep star in Buffalo. one of the things that he said was, if I guess they have tech, if a kid shows their boobs or something like that, I guess it sends a red, or it automatically takes the picture down from Instagram. They have some tech like that. I don't have an Instagram account. Maybe you know better than I do. You're gay, so you probably have an Instagram account.
No, I don't use Instagram, dude.
Well,
that is way too much camp for me.
Well, anyway. So he says, I guess it can automatically take it down. I guess the criticism is he's had his pictures taken with guns before too. So what's he trying to say? And admittingly, he did not explain himself. I thought what he was saying, if we have the tech to detect boobies or nipples, we have the tech, and it's probably a lot easier.
One second. God, dude, you're cutting out so bad.
I'm cutting out for you?
Yeah, you're cutting out so bad. Can I call you on Skype? Would that be better?
Still cutting out, huh?
Yeah.
That's weird. I hate this fucking Discord. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just do a quick thing over here. Yeah, get out of here. We'll call him on, let Fuckface call me on Discord or thing on Skype. There's no video to watch, so there's no reason to put him on. So we'll put him on the other one. Although Skype's quiet. Discord is falling apart. Skype's falling apart. And it's going to ruin my life. Toby, you there? All right. You there? All right.
Yeah.
So, the idea, and it would probably be a lot easier because gun models are pretty easy to literally like model like you would model a gun for a first-person shooter. If that went up, sends a red flag. And so somebody can look at it and see, you know, if somebody under 18 shows a gun picture, right? And then it says something like, I'm going to shoot up the school. That sends up a fucking red flag. You get a human that looks at it. Oh, wait a minute. It's a hunting picture. Next. But if they have the technology, and Paul's right. If they have the technology to see a boobie, they probably got the technology to pick up a gun. Now, you're going to need human manual review, and I don't know if that's even possible. Now, if Jake Paul is saying, all right, automatically comes down, well, that's stupid for two reasons. A, it should stay up so we should know where the fucking guy is. And B, he's not talking about censorship. What he's talking about is alerting the cops. Is that a stupid idea? Tobes?
Really isn't, to be honest.
It's completely, it's actually a forward-thinking idea.
Yeah.
You know, but dipshit only knows arguments in terms of hypocrisy and a non-hypocrisy. But a non-hypocrisy and hypocrisy argument, you don't necessarily win the argument. You just prove the person to be a hypocrite. And from what I could see from the video, it's bad. It's probably about him. There's no doubt about it. This is what he does. From what I gathered from the video, is he was just presenting his ideas. And that was the least dumb of all of them. The least dumb. But no. See, that's the thing. He used the word, Chibago, good point. He used the word flag. I think that's the wrong word to use. He definitely fucked up when he used the word flag. But what about alarm? How is that a problem? So we can differentiate what is the hunting picture. What is, like, my brother sends me pictures like this, you know, when he's at the range. Like, that's obviously not something that should be flagged. What if it's a kid holding the gun and say, I'm going to get you back? And leg goes up, person Instagram looks, they report it to the police. It's fucking brilliant, is what it is. You know, if he's talking about taking it down immediately, yeah, you're right. He's stupid. Keem's right. He's stupid. I don't think that's what he was getting at. And he also used the word social media responsibility. That probably wasn't a good choice of words either. Stop the point, bitch.
I mean, we're not looking at what, like, some guy who has an excellent command of the English language. He can barely piece a sentence together.
Yeah, and he's also got a speech impediment as well. You know. Yeah.
So
I thought that's where he's going with it. He wasn't just saying censor gun pictures because they offend me. That's what Keem heard. It said Edman donated $1. He says, but do you think Jake Paul is actually generally politically sound? I'll get into that.
The point, bitch. Doesn't matter.
You know, no, it doesn't matter. I'll answer that. I don't know. I thought this might be a little different, but it really doesn't matter what I think. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter at all. I don't think you can dismiss somebody's argument on gun control, for or against, simply based on the fact that they may have done a music video with a gun, performed with a gun, or fired a gun. It's completely insane on both ends of the argument. I think there should be gun control. Well, why do you own a gun then? Because I don't believe that all guns should be banned. I want more, I want reasonable gun control laws. That's not an insane argument. In fact, we don't even know what his stance is based on this video. I got to guess he's a little more liberal towards the anti-gun control side. That's my guess, but I don't fucking know. So you're pigeonholing him right away. Just because somebody's done something fucking dumb doesn't mean you can dismiss. You have to dismiss the individual idea, the individual argument, not you're a shithead, therefore your argument doesn't matter. That's what liberals do. That's what social justice
that's what
warriors
progressives do, Tommy.
Yeah, and some conservatives do it too, come to think of it. That's what jackasses do. That's what dumb people do. Now, and I'm giving away my commentary for Get to the Point tonight. And yeah. And by the way, I have another channel. It's called Get to the Point News. Go check it out. I recorded a commentary. Some of you guys like that. And I got nice help from Phil Scream as well. So you'll see that up just a little later. All right. Now, Eminem, I think he's a fucking hypocrite. And I think he's actually, I'm not saying no hypocrisy argument's illegitimate. But it doesn't really tilt the argument either way. It just makes Eminem a hypocrite. This guy got arrested for holding a concealed weapon in a place where you couldn't do it. And he assaulted somebody with a gun.
Wait, who?
This happened like in 2000. Happened like 18 years ago, right?
Not when. Who?
Eminem.
Eminem. Okay,
Eminem.
Fuck me. Yeah,
Slim
okay.
Shady.
Yeah.
He's screaming and yelling about the NRA. Wait a minute. The NRA doesn't support people like you. The NRA is actually against people like you, the people that don't use guns responsibly. The NRA is supposed to be, depending on what you believe, protections for law-abiding citizens, not Slim Shady. So I think you can be so much of a hypocrite to dismiss yourself from the argument. There is a point. But I don't know if Jake Paul is disqualified. You can't sit there and say, even though this is true, Jake Paul, you're an idiot because you, on the gun control thing or whatever it is that you want to do, because you had that situation with Banks. It's a non sequitur. It doesn't follow. So I got to be honest with you. I'm also not saying we should all listen to Jake Paul. What I'm trying to do is simply dismissing something on the basis of somebody having a gun tattoo. You know, and that all of a sudden means you can't speak out on guns. Well, that means I can't speak out on guns, and every fucking Hollywood star that's ever held a gun in a movie and shot somebody. Anybody in the military, you can't have an opinion. You've undercut your message. I don't even know that he was calling for gun control. Thought he's coming up with ideas to save lives. That's what I thought. And it might be insincere. I would say 70% chance it's insincere.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter. That's up to you to decide whether it's sincere or not. The sincerity of the argument has nothing to do with the substance. You know.
I think Philly D said it best when he said it doesn't matter his intentions, it's him personally, but what he did by putting this video out there is it ultimately increased the conversation, and people more and more are talking about this, so it's bringing awareness to the victims and people like that.
Well, that's what he was trying to do. I got a big audience. This is what I feel, and I think this would help. That's what if we are to believe that Jake Paul is being sincere.
Yeah, and he did that. It doesn't matter whether he was sincere or not.
You know. I didn't think that he was being one way or another about the gun debate. I thought the message of the thing is, how do we save lives? Sounds horrible. You know? And Speedy Bird thinks it is severe. I'm not sure. I don't trust the guy. What he did to fucking FaZe Banks is repulsive and disgusting, and I would never trust him as far as he could throw him. But people do change.
I mean, look at what he did in Houston, Texas after Hurricane Harvey.
Immediately. And that actually helps my argument a little bit. Because
I don't think anything he does is sincere. I think everything he does is just for like a publicity stunt. But at least it's not a bad publicity stunt like fucking filming a dead body in the suicide forest.
Sure. But I was thinking more along the lines of all right, he jumped on that when he was in trouble with Banks. He went down, was it the flood or the hurricane or whatever the fuck it was down in Texas? I forgot already. Yeah. And he jumped down there immediately to clear his name because the Banks situation. Parkland's been about 2 weeks. You know, so it's not like he jumped on it immediately. It was a 20-minute video. There's obviously some thought went into it. He didn't monetize it, which is surprising.
Didn't his girlfriend or wife or whatever actually monetize her video?
I'm not even bringing that dopey broad in the conversation.
The NRA were advertising on her.
You know, I'm going to completely make myself a hypocrite. I'm going to dismiss her because she looks stupid. How about that? I just destroyed my own argument. Oh, my God. I saw her and I just, I zoned the fuck out. And you shouldn't do that. I think that, actually, I thought that was more about her, and I didn't get that feeling as much with Jake, but you never can tell, you know?
There are sociopaths at this point. It's just there's no.
They're all nuts.
Yeah.
Everybody's willing to do absolutely anything, and he's done it in the past. So I can't argue with your conclusion that he's doing it for. I really can't because history's on your side. I'm giving away my entire fucking show tonight. I really am. Please watch. Please, I got to do this twice and I never do. Please watch Get to the Point. There's a Tommy C commentary coming on. I'm gonna be there. Go check it out. Rip Wilson's still in sex rehab.
Oof.
I had to fill in. Get up early and fill in. Go to the studio. Yeah. So I don't think it's that stupid at all. I'm not saying everything in there was brilliant. But unless you know what's in his heart, you can decide what's in his heart, sort of like what Tobes did. But you don't know.
No, but like he can be fucking, like he could be sincere. I'm not saying he isn't, but like
who knows?
As you said, history's just proven that
who knows.
He never does anything sincere. There has to be either a monetary or an increase in fame benefit for him. That's it. That's all he does.
Sure, and I hope this and you know what? And to a certain extent, he undercut himself in the sense that people are actually not listening to his argument and saying that he undercut himself. They're not listening to the words he says. Well, you took a picture with yourself. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, that literally makes no fucking sense. Like none. You can't say because you've voted. Wait a minute. Does that mean if you fire guns or interested in firearms, you want school shootings? Like, no. It's complete. It's utterly seen to even come to that conclusion. One has nothing to do with the other. The Eminem thing is a little more. He committed a crime with a gun. I don't know if he should be telling us we should take our guns away.
But come on, that was 18 years ago.
I don't know, man.
No,
I don't want a guy
that's
got a felony on his record. I don't know if he actually got convicted of that or not. I don't want a guy with a felony and they're telling me that I got to put away my gun. I'm sorry.
No, I think Eminem could be as unsincere as Jake Paul in any situation.
I don't know that Eminem is sincere. Jake Paul could be insincere, and Eminem could be completely sincere, but he's still a hypocrite.
He is,
yeah.
But that doesn't undermine his argument for it or anything.
No, it undermines him in that.
It undermines him, not the argument itself.
And I guess you could make the argument that Jake Paul's past undermines him, but I got to be honest with you. I can make the argument against Eminem. The guns are there to protect me from people like you. I can't make that argument against Jake Paul. You know, that's all I'm saying.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't make that argument against Jake Paul. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. All right. You wanted to talk about Warski? What the fuck?
Oh, yes. Oh, I've been dying to do this.
Why? What did he do?
I just think it's the stupidest thing anyone has ever done to get back to a to get back to a person.
Get back at somebody, yeah.
Yeah.
Why, here's the thing. Let me just paraphrase this. He bought the word liberalist or trademarked it simply to piss off Sargon, because Sargon's starting something called the liberalist movement. You said get back. What is he getting back at Sargon for? Is this another friend he stabbed in the back?
Basically, what I've heard, two different things. There is a situation where they had an argument where he, basically Sargon embarrassed him. That's not verifiable at this point, but the other.
How did Sargon embarrass him? He embarrasses himself every time he opens his fucking crackly voiced mouth. Go ahead.
No, and the other one is, which is the more believable one, is that Sargon ditched the debate with Richard Spencer, the second one.
Well, he ditched him, so he promised and he didn't do it. I don't know. I don't think Warski's got credit. My personal, I don't think Warski's got any credibility. I wouldn't believe anything out of his fucking mouth. He's willing to say anything.
Yeah, true.
I mean, Warski. Here's another thing. Warski's got a. I don't know what his argument was or his justification for doing it. I don't even care that he did it. Because perfectly honest with you, I'll be honest with you. If he did it to a group that I didn't like, I would think it was funny. But I happen to like Sargon.
Yeah, but, and no, it's not going to do anything. Like, he filed it in Canada, and it's not going to affect Sargon or the majority of the liberalists.
Yeah.
If he filed it in the States, then in the States it's like a first use country. So if like they the liberalists have evidence that they've been using this for like this word for before the trademark,
which they can.
Yeah, they can't do anything about them. So what Warski did is spend $1,300 to trademark something, get back at someone who did nothing to him, and just embarrass himself in the process.
That's what he did.
Yeah.
What an asshole. An idiot. You know, Warski never struck me as being all that bright. I thought his heart was in the right place, but that doesn't even seem to be the case.
Not wrong.
And I'll even go in further. He did that to entertain his fucking Nazi listeners. That's what he did.
You're a fucking monkey, Warski. You're a fucking monkey.
You know, Warski is he's not a fucking intellectual. He's not a creative YouTuber. He is simply a YouTuber in the strictest sense. All the guys that I've dealt with that are garbage. He would fuck his mother if he thought it got it views. And I mean that. And I'm going to say this too, and this is fucking really harsh. I don't care what happens to him. I really don't. Because every day goes by. Every fucking day goes by. And he knew exactly what I wanted because I could play the fucking messages. I think it's like, look, I don't think this helps the kid situation. All right? I'm not going on there because I help the kids. He goes out and fucking lies and says, all my shows are just screaming matches like his. That's never been the fucking case. And his show wasn't always a screaming match until he started making money at it. That's what really happened. Yeah. And then he goes on, and then he tries to fucking trick me after I respectfully, and not only that, tries to make me feel guilty. And I did, and you could see it live in the arcade when I first saw the message. I've been good to you. You talk shit about me. He knew damn well I didn't talk shit about him. He just tried to suck me in for views. Guy would fuck his own mother for a nickel. He is the worst, and I don't care whatever happens to him. I don't care if something happens to him. I'm not going to even mention it. That's how I'm sick I am of Warski. Because he's just a YouTuber. That's all he is. He's not even on the alt-right. He doesn't have an ideology. He is just a YouTuber that will do anything for views, whether it be music or anti-SJW shit or jumping on Joy Sparkle or then backing Joy Sparkle, whether it be standing up against the alt-right or sucking some fucking broad off that got her feelings hurt from Crown Tea and then walking away. Andy Warski is a YouTuber. He isn't. If I had to guess, he is apolitical, has no ideology of his own, and would suck a dick for 10 grand. That's who Andy Warski is, and
do it for
probably
10 years, that's
always
not an
was.
argument.
No ideology. Nothing. I'll deal with the Nazis, sure. Andy Warski is the clown that led the kids into the gas chambers. The only difference is there was no tears afterwards. At least Jerry Lewis cried at the end of that movie. That's what I think about Andy Warski.
Jesus, Tom. Fucking hell.
What, is there any evidence supporting anything else? He's taken both sides of so many arguments.
Yeah, that is true.
Now, that's talking shit.
He is the Jewish collaborator. Right. Fucking hell.
Hey, kids, come on in. I want to show you this really cool room we have. The clown cried afterwards, not Andy Warski. He collected. That's who I think he is. Well, Ben, call in. Because, to be honest with you, I can make an example where he agrees with me on Sparkle getting way too close to the situation. Oh, wait a minute, I played the video. And then completely flipping it. His co-host is a guy who fucks retarded girls!
My God.
I am disgusted
that
by
thing
him
was,
from top to fucking bottom. And
It's
I don't give a
disgusting.
shit what he thinks. I don't care what happens to him. That's how bad it's got. I actually care about Keemstar, what happens to him, because at least he has a family. Warski has nothing but a YouTube channel. Yeah.
Harsh.
Oh, yeah. And you want to talk
wait,
about
wait,
his
Ben
stupid...
Master says something.
Ben
He's
Master's
never
really
once
lovely.
taken both sides of any argument, Tom.
What about the
He's
what about the
always
Joy
stuck to-
Sparkle thing?
He's always stuck to his side every time. You're acting like just because he has JF as on as co-host that he's the supporter of the alt-right.
I didn't say that. I said he's the entertainer of the alt-right. That he'd do anything. He's worse. At least the alt-right picked a side. I'm actually saying something much worse. Much, much worse. My criticism is much harsher than calling him a Nazi. He took the side and told us, hey, JF says you're wrong. Get in here. I want to talk to you privately. I want to talk to you privately. Get in here. Why did you fuck me over? Get in here. No, you wanted to fuck me. You wanted to fuck me. Yeah, that's what I believe, man.
Mistakes.
I'm not. It has nothing to do with JF. He's okay. That's my point. It's not. He doesn't. If JF was a Nazi, if JF was a communist, if JF was a fucking kid fucker, if JF was a retard fuck, it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying something 10 times worse than what you are even accusing me of. Let me be clear. I think he would do anything for money. Anything. And the best
The
part
views and
is,
opinions of one Tommy C do not echo the views and opinions
I
of
don't
one.
give a fuck. What did my friendship or acquaintanceship with Andy Warski ever help me with? I was only there to fuck in the end. That's all I was there. You should see these messages I sent him. I'm like, no, dude, I can't do it. Or they have it. And then he goes on and makes it out like, I mean, I don't care that he said I pussed out. That's not a really big deal. It's the manipulation. It's the dishonesty. Hey, man, I've been good to you. And you talk shit behind my back? He knew damn well I wasn't talking shit behind his back. How do I know that? He accused me during the stream of being an SJW because of deplatforming. All right? And then in his DMs, he said, I'm sorry, I didn't listen to the stream. I just had 50 people telling me you were talking shit. So I know he's a liar. I know he's a liar. I know he lied to me. I know he tried to fuck me. Who else is he willing to fuck? Well, obviously fucking, I guess he needs some kind of excuse to fuck over Sargon. Somebody that he was friendly with. Who's next?
I don't know what the fuck is going on with that guy. I really don't.
I know. He's entertaining the alt-right. He's an alt-right entertainer.
I could not figure out why.
Yeah.
They're not like decent people. They're not fun to hang out with. Like
They're fun. Not if they're giving you money. Then they're great.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm not calling him a Nazi. I'm saying he's worse. How could how could anybody tolerate co-hosting with a guy who brags about fucking retarded girls? How? In what fucking in what planet? Like really? What I can't even rectify I can't even rectify in my head. It's truly amazing. Maybe we should fucking play it again, just in case anybody thinks I'm exaggerating.
What are you playing?
Hold on a second. Yeah, let me. This is who he associates. By the way, if I found out you did something like this, you're gone.
And I want to fight against some defamation that's being done against me.
Get to the bottom of it, JF.
Some people are saying JF raped a 19-year-old.
No, but you know what? That's terrible that they would disparage you in that way by calling you a rapist. It's wrong, and you should sue for defamation. But make sure you lay out the truth right now.
Retarded girl.
No, I disagree.
Correct this. I made love to a 19-year-old retarded girl, and she enjoyed it.
Andy Warski's co-host, baby. Friend and compadre. Or maybe he's not his friend, and maybe he'd be willing to fuck over JF if the money was right. He's never apologized to me, Ben. Call in. He's never apologized to me once. He hasn't said a fucking word. He put Keemstar on. That's what he did to get back at me.
He didn't know. To be honest, to be fair to Warski, he didn't know Keemstar had a history with you, like a long history. With you.
No, he did. I told him when I was on his show.
Seriously?
Yes.
You're okay.
How the fuck did he even know who the fuck I was? He didn't contact me till fucking July. I would have been nobody. That doesn't even make sense on its fucking... It doesn't make any sense. He had to know that I was the guy that fucking got kicked off of Baited. That's all I fucking am on this channel.
Yes, but maybe he didn't know the nuances of the entire issue. Let's
well,
just
he
give
was.
him that
I'll be honest with you. He
doubt.
wasn't terribly interested, but there's no way he didn't know.
Fucking.
He didn't apologize for that either. I don't want one either. I just want to keep an eye on him. Look, Ben, I know you love him. I know I got you from him, and I appreciate that. But that's the way of things. You can clearly see he's not an actual Nazi. I don't care if he is or not. I care about the way he's behaved about me, towards me. I mean, what the fuck was that goddamn stream a couple months ago? Rage was right, but I was only. She was fucked up. She was bullied. She was chased off the internet. I was only criticizing her because of the facts that she presented. Well, if the facts you fucking presented were wrong, and she got her feelings hurt and left the internet, then she wasn't right. You just made a fucking SJW bullying argument for Rage Against the Storm, another ethno-state person, by the way. So he might not be a Nazi. He just rides the wave. That's worse. Nazis have a code. I don't know. If I saying Keemstar is a better person than Andy, I wasn't in business with him. I feel like I don't know. I don't know. I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest with you. Keemstar goes at me in like a fucking schoolyard type of way. This guy was going at me really under fucking handed. Now Keemstar's done a lot worse shit, and I don't think Andy's got a hard on to get me off the platform. But yeah, I've been feeling this way, Ben, for weeks. I'm furious. Fucking furious. And he hasn't reached out to me since. Me calling him a Nazi, which I don't think I ever have, is not even the beginning of how I feel about his betrayal. Because it was only to fucking further his agenda that day.
I mean, the only thing I could really say about Warski that I feel like that is definitive to me is that he has abandoned most of his principles.
Okay. I wouldn't know. I don't watch anymore because I don't like
I've been watching, and it feels like when
he said he apologized to me when? He didn't do it in the DMs. He lied. He lied.
He's
did he say I'm fucking dropping his DMs right now if that's the case?
What, Ben wasn't.
Ben, you swear up and down he said he apologized to me. Okay. All right. He said he DM'd me. Okay. Here you go, buddy. Here we go.
You said he DM'd you and said sorry. He only was told about the deplatforming.
No, he apologized to me for that was the lie, Ben. Because during the fucking stream, he said somebody told me you're sharp. I'm sorry. Somebody told me you're talking shit about me. Come into this private conversation. He didn't apologize for me for putting on Keem. He told me to fucking suck it up. Is that what I got to do, Ben? I don't give a fuck about this guy. I'll drop them right now. We'll go over Andy Warski's DMs right now.
Ben wasn't waiting to call, but he left.
Let's go. Come on. Come on. I'll show it to you, Ben. I'll show you everything. I'd be absolutely happy to do it.
All I wanted to do was to goof on Warski.
Well, come on. You knew that was a sensitive topic for me.
I didn't know it was that bad, dude. I really didn't. Jesus.
All right. We're going to go through all of them, and we're going to see the apology. Right now. There's no apology. The only thing he says, like, oh, dude, I thought you were talking about me. Let's see where we're at. February 17th. I don't know most of the situation. Joy's coming at 6 p.m. to call out everybody. Want to enter the arena? No. I don't want to chat about it. I think the kids are getting hurt. How? Please tell me. I need info, bro. I got this. She wants me to go on her show. I'm not doing this anymore because it hurts the kids. I'm staying out of it. I have no interest in getting a shouting match with a psycho, which is pretty much what I've maintained.
Here's the deal. I'm taking care of this as far as I know Sunday and what applies to me. All this other stuff and these streams where they're screaming like a banshee, I'm not interested in that shit. I think it hurts the kids. Long story short, Rose came to me a couple days ago and said, or not Rose, Joy came to me a couple days ago and said, I'll do the interview now, right? And then I didn't answer her because the interview was long off the table. We're talking about shit that went on in September, October, for Christ's sakes. And I flipped the DM to the family and said, you better keep eye out. You got a wave coming. And these geniuses decided to post my DM. So whatever. But apparently Joy got real shit. But that don't apply to me. She's obsessed with that I slandered her. I never even said anything other than... I never did anything but other than make fun of her and say that she put herself... I mean, it was more... She tried to make the story about her, which has not changed one iota, one bit. And I only plan to take care of the stuff that applies to me. I found she made a mistake in some of the stuff in the Google Drive. She thinks I'm interested in defending Rose and defending the family. I'm not. I'm only interested in taking care of business as far as what concerns me, and she wants a piece of my ass because I actually, I've turned down an interview with the family. I've turned down interviews with her. Yeah, it would have got me some hits, but, you know, I mean, I thought it would actually negatively impact the kids. I got some evidence for that, and I'm going to do my end Sunday and then let everybody scream on their own. I dropped this thing almost 6 months ago, so I'm done with it. You know, she wants to fuck with me. She thinks she's got some kind of hand over me that's going to hurt me. She's got another thing coming. Keem can't take care of me. She can't take care of me, so I'm going to take care of it. I really don't have enough information for you as far as a defense of the family. I think they buried themselves. They didn't listen to one word I said, like, be quiet. Don't talk to her. Don't deal with her. But that ain't got shit to do with me. So Arnold, take care of it. And no, I won't be a part of any streams involved with Joy. It doesn't help.
Now, at this point, I thought he was on my side. I didn't know I was getting snowed. Okay, well, JF is going to name battle her. I didn't really know who the fuck JF was. I didn't even make the connection that it was the retard fucker girl. Remember, I stayed out of the fucking Kraut and T stuff. The only time I ever talked to Kraut and T was, how you doing? How you feeling? You fucked up, dude, but, you know, hopefully, you know, we can get this back on track. He writes me, I find it funny you yell at people at your show all the time, but you don't want to battle them. I think I made it abundantly fucking clear that there was another thing I was doing. And by the way, this was Saturday. I had made none of this public. None of it public. I thought I was talking. Apparently Rose is a crack bad, but if J.I. did some research, ready to battle. Not my problem. But come on, bro. You have to bark. No bite. Always later. All right, he's goating me a little bit. All right, that doesn't matter. I didn't realize how far this would go from here. And I wrote back, you have no idea what I'm up to. You don't know what I know. I'm effectively going to destroy your cred in 1 hour. I'm going to get, I'm not getting the screaming ratchet with the screaming woman. That woman is no better than Daddy 05 himself. Watch Sunday. I think you will enjoy. This is Saturday. So he wanted me on that night. He wanted me on Saturday night. Also, my daughter's here this weekend for visitation. There's no way, and by the way, his time would have been like 3 o'clock in the morning, my time. There's no way I'm going when Laura's here. You know that. When Laura's here, that's it. So there's no way it's going on Forget Me for anything. Okay. Now, this comes later. I'm not worth it. Fuck you, bro. You're talking shit about me. I gave you a chance to pretend your position, and you become a coward, and now you take a shit on me. I've been mad cool to you. Come on to this private hangout. We'll iron this out. That was a fucking suck-in. I didn't talk shit about him at all that Sunday. And I know for a fucking fact that he listened. Talking shit, what the fuck did you even watch? I wrote back. Then I sent this to him. I'm going to assume that you didn't watch at all. I didn't shit talk you at all. In fact, I complimented and thank you for helping me out back in September. The only thing I did is I point out, you said that I scream and yell at people all the time. And my show's nothing but a slugfest. That's not true. In fact, I could tell you the last time I friggin' got into it with somebody, it was, it was in late December. When I was involved with the Keemstar thing. I've never shit talked to you a goddamn day. I just disagreed with you on that other thing. That's it, bud. I don't know where you're getting this from. I'm not even mad at this point. If you're in the tank for her, please watch it over again. I did not shit talk you. I just pointed out that I don't scream and yell at everybody all the time. Yeah, I fuck with people and joke around, but my show's not a screaming fest. That was baited, bro. And I really don't know what you're talking about. And by the way, I don't expect any of you to see this when I'm making these videos and writing this shit. I haven't said a fucking word other than compliments, and I disagreed with you on the fact how you characterized my show. Please watch again. And yeah, I saw you in there when I did the platforming thing. I stand by what I said. I don't think you should put somebody that's mentally ill. I could put you in touch with the people that are telling me that she's crazy. As far as they can't. By the way, he never was interested in that. People that criticize me for using an anonymous source, I offered to put him in touch with the anonymous source. He never came for it. Even lock her up, and you can't lock up anyone.
To put him in contact with the anonymous source. He didn't like that at all.
No, he didn't like it. I was willing to put him in contact with if he had any kind of interest.
And Nick also said that as well.
Yeah, that's fine. But I also offered if he wanted, and you heard it right there. He wasn't interested.
Anybody in the States, I don't know.
And I can still do it if he really wants to. Actually, I don't know if I could do it now. What the fuck? Maybe they fuck her over.
We know that in Canada, you have to say you're going to kill yourself for somebody before they lock you up for evaluation. And that's what this woman's doing. That's it. I would suggest watching that again. Now, he's got some real bait. Keem's bashing you on my show, dude. So what? He does that every day. You're invited if you want to come on your deficit. This is the next day. If you want to defend yourself. He's gone. JF has evidence that you're wrong about stuff.
Whoa! Whoa! JF has evidence.
Only thing I have ever said about Joyce Sparkle, and if you're going to point to the Repsion interview, good fucking luck. All right? If you're going to point to the fucking Repsion interview, okay? That whole interview is a goof. I laugh at her and I say she's too fucking involved. Too close. I said that in the Andy Warski show. Andy Warski reiterated that and agreed with it at the time. JF says the evidence wrong about stuff. I think what he's referring to is apparently, and I don't know anything about it because I never got that deeply involved. I turned down interviews from the family because I didn't think it would benefit their situation with CPS at the time. I put the fucking family ahead of my own self-interest, which is one of the reasons I didn't go on there. Yeah, I could have got a few hits. That guy Poppy, they're all off the internet now because they finally listened to me. I turned him down. He got pissed off at me and unfollowed me. I could have put him on. I could have got some hits. I could have fucking exploited this situation. I could have made 1,000 videos on it. I didn't because it was fucking wrong. He did 24 hours of research. Well, not on my shit because I never said anything other than she was too involved. That's an opinion. Hey, Joy, are you going to sue me for that? Oh, wait a minute. Been about a month. Haven't gotten served.
I don't know what stuff JF says I'm wrong about. He's more than welcome to cut a video on me if I got anything wrong. As far as Keemstar coming on, man, I get it on a daily basis. We've been going back and forth for over a year. Big fucking deal. He ripped me a new asshole. That's nothing else is new. As far as more of my concern is you get where I'm coming from. I just went back and listened to that podcast, and I didn't say shit about you. It was nothing but complimentary, and all I did was disagree with you on platforming her. I disagreed with you on your characterization of the show, and I just listened to it. I didn't see anything about you not being worth my time. If anything, from a sub and a financial point of view, you are worth my time. It is not worth it for me to go on it because I can't sleep at night. I think we're all taking advantage of these kids. I think YouTubers got to pull back when it comes to Joy Sparkle, and I hope that you would understand that. I hope that you would respect my opinion on that. I've got nothing but nice things to say about you. And from what I understood, you talk shit in the chat and put me on blast. But I've never been anything but nice to you, and I never, ever, ever, ever said that you are not worth my time in the context that you are not worth my time. I said something to the effect that it's not worth it for me, and it's not worth it for me. I want to be able to sleep at night. And as far as actually going on blood sports or whatever it is you guys are doing these days, it actually would probably benefit me greatly. But I have to draw the line somewhere. Sorry, bud. Maybe in a couple weeks when this shit dies down, I'll give you a one-on-one interview if you like, if you still want me on.
I'm live. Can't watch this. You don't want on? All good. Just listen later. KK. And then I find out about the fucking thing where he tried to trick me, and I sent him the video in the Dropbox. Really, Bo? You tried to trick me? You know I've been good to you, too. No, it's just a fucking joke, bro. Jesus, stop getting all emotional. I did not want to be on, right? And then I said, and this was a joke. My grammar's great. And was this you being emo, or was this a joke too? And then I pointed out, I was like, I'm not worth it. Fuck you, bro. I never said that you were not worth it. I never said you weren't worth it for me. And I was about my conscience. I never said that I was too good for you or your show. I was legit pissed. Here we go. People said you were legit crashing me. Here you go, Ben. Why? But when you said you weren't, I was like, oh, I didn't. I had like 50 people say you were talking shit. You were in the stream. I was on Kumite. Wasn't listening. Wasn't listening. Wasn't listening. Wasn't listening. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Because in that fucking stream, you said that deplatforming people, that's like fucking saying, that's like an SJW. He fucking talked shit the whole time. There's no way. What was he? He had the volume down. He was getting typed to, and then he would type into my chat. Is that even fucking mildly believable, Ben? It was on a Kumite. I was pissed in your chat. How? You couldn't hear it. Holy shit. You wanted me to go there with people who lied about what I said? To talk to me, dude, not them. Can you believe he had the balls to say that? He was on there saying, watch this, I think I can get him. By the way, in the Kumite, no one talks to people in this situation. I wouldn't dogpile. Right! That was the whole point.
There's a lot of fucking people in there that would.
Yes. Oh, he would. Thanks. Then I fired back.
Look, Andy, we're gonna leave it.
What you're not going to see is an apology, Ben.
I've never been anything but nice to you. I put it both on you and Max Mofo. The reason I got a jump in subs and money between September and December this past year. I've made minor criticisms of the people you platform, but it was never like you platform, you're a bad person, you need to go to hell, you're a racist or a Nazi. I've never said anything like that. I made a criticism of you for putting her on. I wouldn't put a turnip or a Shetland sheepdog or a piece of bread, and I wouldn't debate that either. And I think that's what you're debating there, and I don't think it helps the kids. But it was never like, don't do it, he's a bad person, send hate over there. It was never like that. And you can clearly listen to that podcast and see that's the case. And I come back, fuck you, you no good, you're a coward. I'm a coward? I mean, look, if I was going to sit down to a card game, I found out, hey, this card game's fixed. And it's like, hey, sit down, son, you're a pussy if you don't want to get cheated out of your money. And that's what that video looked like to me. It looks like you were trying to set me up. And I don't plan to make any more of it as far as between me and you. But I'm definitely going to show my audience tonight why I didn't go on. And that really tape justifies that I'm going into a stacked deck. And no hate on you, but I mean, that proved why I shouldn't go on, other than the fact that I'm going to be debating a turn-up. I mean, she's mad at me for calling her crazy, and she acted crazy in the show. You platformed a guy that says I don't love my kids. What the fuck would he know if I love my kids or not? Spend more time with them than by one day than he does all week. The guy's up 24/7 doing coke. I'm with my kids.
I don't know for a fact if he's doing coke. He told me once he's doing coke. I didn't know if he'd play that.
He admitted it in one of the fucking SFTP
I don't know.
chats.
I don't know if he's currently doing coke. I said that because I was angry.
I don't think he is as well.
Hey, when I'm out working.
That was not meant for public ears.
So, I mean, excuse me if I bail out on stuff in the future as well, because I don't know if I'm getting a fair shake from you, bro. Maybe we need to talk face to face. I would be happy to do that, but it's going to be on Discord.
Never, ever
Talk to
offer.
you later, bud.
Laugh my ass off. I was joking. That's a joke. That's bullshit. We know it's a joke. I did that in front of 2,000 people. Ha ha. Oh my God, dude. You take shit so seriously. You guys gonna try to make me this soft. I was not talking about you. I was talking about Keem. Oh, laugh my fucking ass off. Lies. I think it's someone screenshotted your thumbnail in the title. Oh, no. This is afterwards. Laugh my fucking ass off. You did that in front of 2,000 people. That fucking bit. Oh my God, dude. You take shit so seriously. Ooh. He goes, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about Keem. Ooh, laugh my fucking ass off live. Someone screenshotted your thumbnail. And I thought he was referencing this video. Or what's it like I thought he was referencing this video. And what he's references is the thumbnail that he was in. Right? Oh yeah, I'm talking about you. For sure. But I thought that the thing that he was referencing was what I said in the video. Someone screenshotted your thumbnail. I never changed the thumbnail. That was the one that was now that was always going to be there. And now is going to be there. So I leave the I turn the shit on an hour before we go live. Never changed the thumbnail. That was the one that is now, and that's the one that's going to be there. I only changed the title. And I changed the title that day. That's true. Hey, Ben, I'm out of fucking screen. There's no apology.
Ben's in waiting to call.
Ben, I just went through all the DMs. There's no apology here, bud. You there, bro?
Just give me a sec.
Sure, no problem. There's no apology here. I never got an apology. Not publicly, certainly not privately. He sounded real clean. Now he's not even here. What the fuck? I gotta end this fucking shit show.
Okay.
I have to apologize to the chat. I really just wanted to goof on Warski. I didn't know it was gonna go this deep.
Well, I get to put him in the title now. I'll get all those fucking Kumite hits. Go ahead, Ben.
I'm getting like serious echo. Hold on.
Everybody's fucking bitching about that in there. Oh, let me try this. Now, how do I sound now? Better? Happy?
I'm just getting confused because I hear.
Well, then turn the fucking stream off, you genius.
Okay, I think it's good.
Okay. Andy, or Ben, you there?
No, I'm using my headphone.
All right. He didn't apologize to me. If he said publicly he apologized to me, he didn't.
Okay.
There's absolute proof of that.
The only reason I thought he apologized to you was because you said that he apologized to you in DM saying that he was only told that.
Yes, and that's a lie.
But you were the one who said that. That's the reason.
Yeah, no. I may. Okay, so we have a miscommunication, and it's over a series of shows. I don't know if you caught every show. In fairness to you, no.
But still, I think a lot of this is just miscommunication that has gotten exaggerated to shit.
It's more than miscommunication.
Honestly, both of you were seeing it as the other guy was being the asshole.
Yeah.
Like Andy sees it as you're dodging him and don't respect him enough to come on his show. That's how he saw it.
I think that's an
and
excuse.
You see it
I think that's part of the manipulation, Ben. I think that's the manipulation.
Yeah, I know, and I understand how you can see that, and that's a fair point for you to see. But the difference is, like, I'm in the community, so I know Andy, and Andy doesn't really think that way, even if it comes across that way. But the thing is, I can't say I know for sure, but I'm telling you by the way I've seen things play out over years now, and even including recent stuff. Right?
Okay.
Like, not like always changed.
He's never went out of his way to apologize to me. He's never went out of his way to rectify the situation. The only thing he said, and I showed it right to you, is that I thought, and that was a lie. And then the fact that it was just a joke was a lie. He was doing, and here's another thing. If you look back to those tweets, some of them say the 18th. That was Saturday. The whole Kumite thing broke on me and Keemstar. That was Sunday night. So
yeah,
he knew I wasn't there, and I spoke to him with utter respect. When I did my podcast on Joy Sparkle that Sunday, I spoke. I just said I disagree with Warski, but he's been good to me. Then he comes back, you're talking trash. How dare you? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I didn't hear any of that. I was on the Kumite, and I had the sound turned down when he was actually interacting in the chat. And I clearly saw him say to me, he would
have the volume down. Because he was in the.
He said he didn't hear it. He was told by 50 people, and he was reacting to things that I was saying.
Yeah, like this is why I saw it was because in the Kumite, Andy will get like just bombed with thousands of messages. You know, the entire chat filled up multiple times, so it's hard for him not to understand that as truth. So he comes to ask you about it on the chat, but still muted, so he won't hear you, and maybe like waiting just for an answer or something like that. I'm not sure. This is just me thinking, right? I don't know anything for sure. But I'm just saying, like. I know Andy, and he's not a malicious guy. And if you feel like he slighted you, he probably feels like
slighted
you
me.
Him.
I think he set me up. I could take a slight. I get slighted every day on Twitter.
I don't think
like,
he's trying to set you up, Tommy. I don't think so.
I made it abundantly clear that I thought it would bring harm to the children, and he didn't stop. And when I didn't do it, he buried me with my greatest enemy. It sounds like payback.
The whole Joy situation is just a mess. Like, she's freaking insane.
Of course she is.
Honestly, I don't have any defense.
I'm not trying to ask you to defend Joy. This is not about Joy.
But you just said it was about the children.
Right? No. At that point in time, it was about the children. And all I said is I don't want to go on. And he tried to make it out, oh, you're saying you're too fucking good for me. There's no evidence.
That's because exactly, right? See, this is where his assumption comes in, too. But that's also because... Why deny going on in his mind? Because in his mind, he knows he's going to try and...
Because it's wrong! I said it!
Like
I said it in the video! Man, I said it in the video. I was clear. I was respectful. I didn't want to do it. I don't want to debate turn-ups. I think it brings negative attention to the situation. When I wanted the attention... Ben, when I wanted his attention... I got it. I did it Monday. I got all those people to stop fucking posting on Twitter. And you know what? Guess what? I won. Because those kids are going to where they're supposed to go. And I have that. So they were all concentrating on me.
Kids are important. We're talking about like the thing is I don't think Andy truly believed that it was about the kids for you. I think that was his issue.
Well, what the fuck? I mean, it doesn't let's say it was lying. He still didn't have enough respect for me.
I don't know. When I heard the conversations, it just looked like a lot of misunderstanding, and he's under a wrong impression. You're under a wrong impression. So
I said no, Ben. I said no. That should have been enough.
I agree.
And you know what? It would be one thing. It'd be one thing if I said no, and he went out and says, you know, Tommy's screaming and yelling all the time. He doesn't want to go on my show. Man, fuck that. I don't buy his explanation. He didn't stop there. He tried to trick me to go on and then say, oh, man, we're just goofing around.
I don't remember him being all that insulting beyond just the regular Kumite rip.
I don't know. I listen.
Like everybody gets shit all the time on there. If you do something stupid, you're gonna get shit on.
I didn't go on there. I didn't do anything stupid. I didn't think it was a good idea for the kids at the time. Thankfully, the state of Maryland, and I made that clear. Here's another thing. I never said anything slanderous about her. I just put on fucking Repsion.
Yeah, well, Joy's fucking insane. There's no.
And if Repsion fucks something up, that's between her and Repsion. Nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. I didn't fucking call an anti-vaxxer. I laughed at her.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell was going on. I honestly think it was Geek Thulu who got her on the in crowd.
Really? Another genius.
For her, and he lost all my respect, man. Like
he went at me today, by the way.
Because like someone got her to be in some way credible with the Kumite community, and I don't know who it was if it wasn't him.
Probably him.
He was on her side in some way.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it was him. I just might.
I don't know. Look, I didn't know who that fucking lawyer was, and they fucking strawmanned me with the lawyer's argument. I didn't even know who the fuck he was. I was defending myself.
Who strawmanned you with the lawyer?
What the fuck? I didn't even realize at the time when Cthulhu called in, right? He said, I hear you're friends with Nick. I thought he meant fucking Daniel, as in Repsion, because I had no idea who Nick the fuck was. I thought he was either mistaking about it, and I said I talked to him once, and it actually turned out to be twice. But that was Repsion. I have never spoken nor laid eyes on Nick. I have no idea what he looks like. Nothing. The only thing I ever saw of Nick Monroe.
The Nick guy was proven to be nuts anyway.
He might be. He might be. I don't know anything about him. The only thing I knew about Nick Monroe is a few days earlier, I went through Joy Sparkle's Google Drive and I saw his name. That's the only thing I ever knew about Nick. So fucking stupid ass Cthulhu. He tried to strong. He's like, you agree with Nick? I'm like, who the fuck is Nick? I thought he meant Repsion. You guys are no. He said you guys are friends. Well, I thought he meant Repsion. Me and Repsion's are acquaintances, and I like him. And maybe if he wants to be my friend more, that'd be fine. But we don't. I talked to him once in November of 2016, or around Christmas of 2016, and I talked to him once prior to the interview, and during the interview, and a few DMs since. That's it. That's the only time I've ever talked to Repsion. So that's what I thought he meant. So trying to pigeonhole me with fucking Nick's argument. To this day, I don't know what Nick's argument was. Maybe it was stupid. Maybe he is crazy.
Fault for just assuming anyways.
Yeah, of course, and that's why he made himself look like such a fucking jackass, and the only thing he can come up with is that I lowered his volume. He froze like the bitch that he was.
For me not to respect Geek.
Oh, it's fucking, I'm getting the knock on the door. What's the matter? I'm mad. It's 10:03. I gotta go. Ben, thank you for being on, buddy. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you sticking up for your friend, too. I think, but I don't know.
I love both of you guys.
I'll talk to you privately if you want, all right? And you could continue to love. I don't tell people to stop watching Keemstar. All right, you continue to love me. But that's the way I feel. And at very least, give me enough credit to where it's at least reasonable to have felt that way, presented what I've gotten to. He's never apologized to me. He has never came to me. He's never tried to sort anything out. All he ever tried to do was trick me to be on a show. And when I tried to talk to him in the DMs, priority, he just tried to see, he basically called me a baby.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm saying, like, you do have that right to feel that way, because it was coming across that way, especially someone who doesn't know him like I do. And the other thing is, he was thinking that way because of the audience. So it's like, he has this wrong impression that he used to give you the wrong impression, so then it all just exploded.
I think that's best case scenario for him, and I don't think that's the case. I think he's gotten sucked.
That's honestly what I argued on that stream we did.
Oh, I think he got sucked in because he's something I know that both you know. I know what YouTube fame, skyrocketing YouTube fame, feels like, and it's intoxicating. So I don't really trust his judgment.
The thing is, Andy does get visibly excited when things go well.
Oh,
but
fuck,
I mean,
I do
he
too.
is still the same guy. He is
I don't
still
think
the
so.
same guy even now.
I don't think so. I really question his character.
I think you have the right to say that, but I think if you watched him, we'd probably see he is the same guy.
You see, the thing is, I liked Warski's interviews. I like the interview show. All right, and look, I didn't care a problem these platform all these Nazis. I just don't want anything to do with it. That's not my bag. I've also on record months before I met Warski. You know, I'm also on record months before I met Warski saying if this situation popped up, I wouldn't do it. So I'm totally in line with my principles from beginning to end.
Well, if you mentioned that to him, I bet it would have gone over.
Well, I don't think. I really don't. I'm not making effort. You saw the videos I sent him.
I meant when you were talking to him, not now.
You saw how I tried to reach out to him. You saw, if you watched the arcade stream, which you watch a lot of my arcades, how devastated I was when he was mad at me and how hurt I was. And then to find out the next day it was really just a put up to get me on. You know. You know, and then look at this fucking shit with Sargon. It's some petty shit.
Yeah, I definitely see that differently.
All right, so I'm sorry.
There's
too much evidence going my way. I'm not telling you who to listen to, Ben. I'm not telling you who to donate to. I'm just telling you how I feel. I'm not trying to chase you one direction or the other. You listen to whatever the fuck you like. I'm not like most people. This isn't an attack for me to take Warski subs or lose or go in some kind of fucking drama war. I'm just telling you how I feel and let the chips fall where they may. That's it. I gotta go because my
I know. I understand that much.
Yeah. All right, Ben. Take care, buddy, and I thank you for being loyal to me.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, buddy. Take care.
And no problem.
Now you kind of side with Ben too.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. You guys are entitled to different opinions.
I mean, I don't like Warski. I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt because.
Okay,
to me,
and that's what Ben's doing.
Even before that, he does seem like a very reasonable person. He's a bit emotional. I get it. Like emotionally driven, but I don't think he's malicious.
Loved him.
I think
I fucking loved him. Like, what did he think I was avoiding? I never said anything to fucking begin with. All I did was interview Repsion, a guy that they bullied. That's all I ever did was interview Repsion and then do another podcast a week or two later, pleading with her to knock it the fuck off. And that's what the fucking podcast is called. Joyce Sparkle. Knock it off. That's all I ever did. I never got any more. I could have gotten more involved in this around Christmas time. When I got the call from the family that the kids would be transferred back to CPS, because I was my original plan was to put pressure on CPS to give these kids back to Rose, and call them out for some of the things that I don't want to talk about now that they were saying to the family. But then I was told that there was a date that Joey was going to get it back. So I was like, look, Rose is going to get them back, and I was told, look, let's wait until let's see if the kids don't get turned back on the date they're done. Let's say they were getting taken back on like December 15th. If they keep the kids past December 15th, then I'll do the interview with you. And then after that, I was like, there's no reason to do it. All we're going to do is aggravate CPS. Rose has got the kids. That's the goal, right? And I got to be honest with you, the guy got mad at me. And I didn't do it because I thought it was selfish. God, fucking Andy Warski calls me a white knight. Look how he white knighted for that Nazi cunt. And that's what she is, a Nazi cunt. Rage Against the Storm. Jesus Christ, she looks like that broad from goddamn Addams Family. So don't give me that shit. All right, time to go. I got shit to do. Like, get to the point.
All right.
Thank you very much for being part of the stream. Go check out Get to the Point in a couple hours. It's pretty late. I don't know. I'm kind of pissed. See you tomorrow. Peace.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-Town to King's home, slapping fives, black stones, 6 mile to danger zones. Bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip-hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe, here's a headlock.
Bye.